About this custom assembly I have here with the Palmetto State Armory JAKL Gen 1 upper receiver and the Desert Tech Quattro lower receiver. So let's get to it. All right, I know why you are all really here, so let's just get it over with. For those of you that liked that, you're disgusting. And for those of you who didn't like it, we know you're lying. You liked it. Here's more.
Baby, you give me ice and fire.
So we're going to go over just the rifle. I have some additional accessories here. We're not really going to talk about that. So just the rifle itself. Starting with the buttstock, we do have the JMac skeleton folding stock. Then, like I said, the Quattro lower receiver from Desert Tech, JAKL upper receiver from Palmetto State Armory. Now, this is something where I said I was going to do it in my last video, and I'm delivering. Okay, that's how much I care about you guys. Okay, so this is something that can only be done with the JAKL Gen 1. You won't be able to do with this with the JAKL 2.0, the Gen 2. You can do it with any other AR-15 platform upper receiver. That's not unique, but with the JAKL, the Gen 1 is the only one we're going to be able to do this with. Okay, now I did need to make two somewhat simple modifications in order to make this fit. First one is going to be, well, both of them are actually on this side right here. And that is going to be right here. So on the Desert Tech, the receiver, we have a QD mount that protrudes out further, and it gets in the way of the JAKL upper receiver back plate right here. So I had to cut that out. In retrospect, I should have just put it on my drill press and drilled it out. But once I decided I was going to do this project, I kind of got a little bit too excited and I just went into it without thinking about it. So I cut it out with a Dremel. So I am going to be getting a different end plate for it, and I'll just drill it out. So it's about $100. The other option was to file down that QD mount on the receiver. I decided I did not want to do that because the receiver is actually much more expensive than the end plate. The end plate's about $100. So I was not going to do that. Okay. And then the other modification is on the bolt catch on this side here. That I had to file the back end of it off because it just would not fit or it wouldn't sit flush with the upper receiver, and it would actually, the bolt catch would be engaging even though you had a full magazine. So it was locking that bolt back because there was just too much material on the back end and it just doesn't quite fit into the slot provided by the receiver. Now again, I could have tried to open up the upper receiver notch that's right here on the JAKL. But same scenario, the JAKL, the receiver is much more expensive than just replacing that part. So if I messed up on that part, no big deal. And so I just shaped the back end of it off until it actually was able to sit flush. So not really that big of a deal of an upgrade on that. So that's it. I haven't taken it out shooting yet, so I guess it's still up in the air, but I have used the Quattro on other AR-15 receivers, upper receivers, and haven't had any issues with it at all. So shouldn't be any different with this. Super excited about it. And if you don't know, the Quattro has this fat standard magazine here. Okay, so it's a proprietary magazine, so you're able to get just standard more ammunition in that magazine. So kind of a big deal. It is going to add to the weight when we have that magazine full, but it is going to definitely create a force multiplier where we don't have to do as many magazine changes. And then the other really nice thing about the Quattro is it does have ambidextrous controls. So we have the magazine release on both sides, which for me, that isn't that big of a deal. I'm okay with just having the magazine release on the standard right side where you just use your trigger finger if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, then yeah, it's definitely going to be something that you may be interested in. But the big thing for me is the ambidextrous bolt catch, bolt release. So this allows us to operate the rifle in just a much more proficient, faster way. So it'd be eject the magazine, inflict the next one, and then I drop the bolt right there with my trigger finger, and now it's loaded and it's ready to go. So very nice receiver, very nice upper, and together, man, it's just making a really cool rifle. So stay tuned for the next video. I will be taking this out, doing some shooting with it. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Please look for us on Rumble. That's Tactical Weapon. Rumble, we're going to be able to show you a little bit more in detail on what we're doing with projects like this. So please find us there. I will provide a link in the description. And until next time, we'll see you later.